Okay, and we are back for the final episode of Sonic Generations, and we're going to start a boss rush off with Silver the Hedgehog, the final rival battle in the game. He doesn't think we're the real Sonic, and honestly, who can blame him with all the metals and replicas and shadows running around? I know Shadow's not a clone, but everyone seems to mistake the two. And let me say, Silver's pretty badass in this rival battle. He's actually kind of a threat. I mean, he was a threat in Sonic 06 in the sense that he glitched the fuck out and kept you in a corner. But here he is a legitimate... Oh, I could see how that could be challenging. He is lobbing cars and giant pieces of rubble and just about everything he can find at you. And it gets pretty hectic.
Give up.
And I mean, he can crush you with a car like that. So that is also pretty freaky. The boss fight itself is pretty simple. You just got to keep running, make sure you've got enough rings, and as soon as he picks up something, you know, you'll know he's picked it up because it will be floating at you and bathed in a green light. You can usually homing attack what he's picked up, and if you just follow the items, you can hit him in the face, which is very satisfying. It's no use indeed, Silver. He changes attacks every now and again, as we're about to see here. He sort of builds a train out of pieces of junk. So just run along and you can eventually hit him. As with pretty much every character except for Eggman, he has had a new voice actor. In Colors, in fact, is when everyone got their new voice actors, but we only got to hear Tails, Sonic, and Eggman, as they were the only real characters in Sonic Colors. I do believe in Free Riders you could hear a lot of the voices, but no one played Free Riders, come on. That game was pretty shit. It's a lie, I did play Free Riders, and that is why I can say with authority it was pretty shit. I mean, it made for good mockery of me and the rest of the team at the first Sonic Marathon, but that was about it. And when he does this, you want to switch and hold down on the analog stick. This gets me every single time. I keep holding forward, expecting it to change, and then, oh no, I get crushed. It's surprisingly simple actually, just hold down and homing attack Silver and you're done with the rival battle. That is the final rival battle in the game. And they were all pretty good actually. Metal Sonic's probably the weakest of the bunch. Shadow is a really cool battle. I just... brings back good times. Although I'll still stand by Sonic Adventure as being the better of the adventures. Now, what could be hiding behind the final... well, that's not... the final boss door. We'll go with that. We've had Death Egg Robot, Perfect Chaos. This music makes me lean a bit towards another Eggman boss, let's see. Oh geez. It looks like another Eggman boss. This is Egg Dragoon. And I'm gonna be honest, I like this boss fight, but it seemed to glitch out a bit for me during this recording. But we'll see that as we get to that. And the basic gist of this boss fight is just gotta go fast. There are plenty of ways to hit him, some of them don't always work. The most obvious way right at the start is to go onto the rails, and when you get launched off you can homing attack right into Eggman and do a hefty amount of damage. He will change perspectives eventually and give you other opportunities to hit him, and I believe if you manage to get close enough, this doesn't always work, but if you manage to get close enough when you're in that perspective, you can homing attack him sometimes. Once he changes perspective, you just need to jump over his ice blasts. It's simple, really. I say that, I'm going to get hit a lot by them earlier, but you know, I'm just bad at video games. As soon as he goes into the new Eggman meme, time for a change of pace, just hop up the walls, dodge the shots going down, and you will eventually reach the top and get hit off. Guaranteed. That is probably the easiest way to hit this boss, because he does like to do it often, and unlike everything else, this is the least likely to glitch out on. The rails are also fairly easy, but sometimes when you try and jump over the spikes, personally, I find that Sonic just flies off. And that right there was one of the glitches. For some reason, when I played this time, this has never happened before, but the jump ramps up to the rails, only some of them would like not show up until I was really close, and it made it quite annoying. I don't get quite why that happened, but it was infuriating. But yeah, personally I think this was just a very unlucky run through, as right after this boss I had a very, very annoying glitch. So maybe I should have just quit and restarted the game, but nah, god damn it. Why do things not just work? We could really go for a change of pace, you know? I believe you can also hit him there, but I was not actually running fast enough or close enough. Who knows? The camera starts to really mess up for me a bit here, and I'm not sure why, but it hasn't done that for me before, so I don't think it was intentional. Maybe it was, and I just forget, but it was so very annoying. When he's like that, you can definitely hit the bottom half of Eggman if you get close enough. I believe it's actually easier to get in close when he's in two halves as well. Oh, there we go. Not bad indeed, Dr. Eggman. And this is the final of his array of weird attacks, modes, perspective changes, I don't know. Every now and then Eggman will travel through a portal, generally at the end of his lifespan, and you will free fall down, and when you fall close enough, you hold X to speed your descent. You can homing attack in onto his chest and do some damage. It's probably one of the other easiest ways to do some damage on him. I missed out on a hit there because he hit me, which was very embarrassing. And that right there was another example of the rails just not working for me. I'm probably doing something wrong, but that's the only consistent problem I have with this boss fight, personally. Not bad. And here we land the final hit on Egg Dragoon. Boom. And that's the final boss. For sure, there's no other bosses. So ignore the whole other 20 minutes of this video. Bye guys, this is the end, for sure.
I can't believe this! I was supposed to beat you this time!
I'm sorry. I didn't get that memo. I beat you every time. No, seriously. We beat this guy every time. It's like it's our job or something.
What's Eggman even doing here? I thought you said he'd been kidnapped by that big weird thing that sent us all to this place. This is getting stranger all the time.
Okay, whatever you are, if you want to avoid an embarrassing beatdown, you better give up now!
You're not in a position to demand anything, you nasty little pincushion!
Eggman! But how?
He had a little help.
Dr. Robotnik!
Nobody calls me that anymore. If you would be so kind as to explain, Gentleman Genius Dr. Eggman from the future. It will be my pleasure, most excellent and efficacious Dr. Eggman of the past. After my most recent setback, I stumbled upon the primordial form of this unique creation, which I discovered had amazing abilities even I have never been able to master. It could erase time and space. I then had the brilliant idea to use my discovery to undo my previous defeats. In order to perfect it, I needed the help of somebody as smart as I am. The only person that smart is me. Oh, you are too kind, my dear future self, and I was happy to help. I captured your friends, flinging them through time to bait my traps.
But the more your monster tears through time, the more damage you do to the world.
The world? I'm going to own the world when I'm finished with Sonic! Wow, will I really get that crazy? We'll see who's crazy after I destroy both Sonics! Forever. You mean after we destroy them? Less arguing, more destroying.
Destroy me? You and what mustache? I beat you all the time by myself, and now there's two of me!
Then I'll have twice as much fun defeating you!
Keep moving!
Move all you want, I'm still going to stump you into a blue jelly! That was just to soften you up. Now it's time to meet your doom.
Do it, Sonic!
Come on, Sonic! Smack him!
Not you!
You've got this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic.
Who are they? They are insignificant.
You've got the power, Sonic!
Focus your spirit.
We're with you guys! I believe in you, Sonic!
Don't give in, Sonic!
I know you can do this, Sonic!
You can win, Sonic!
You always do!
Time to scramble some Eggman, supersonic style!
Oh wait, what's this? This is indeed not the end. Wait, no, this is the end. The bit before was not the end. This is the final boss, Time Eater. And what do you know, Eggman was behind the whole thing. Who would have guessed? And prepare to get annoyed at little your friends shouting at you. It's a homing shot. Yeah, it's annoying. But as you saw, I said another thing glitched out for me during this recording. When you start, before you can actually get to this boss fight, you need every Chaos Emerald, and you put them in specific slots at the very end of the hub world. And when you put an emerald in to one of the slots, it's supposed to start spinning the wheel, and yeah, that didn't work. That didn't happen. In fact, I thought I was doing something wrong, and I ran around for 5 minutes thinking I was an idiot, only to find the game had bugged out, so what can you do? Quick reload fixed that problem. As for the Time Eater himself, I'm gonna be honest, it's a pretty lame boss fight. You can play in two different perspectives, and the boss switches between the two. When you're as Classic Sonic, this is what we're seeing right now, you can simply move up and down, but it's impossible to hit the guy. It's not literally impossible. I've done it once, but you're never going to do it. It's just pure luck. So personally, this is the tactic I do myself. After I switch once to show you the perspective. Just stay in Modern Sonic. You can dodge all his attacks when he's in the second perspective, and it actually gives you a chance to pick up the rings, which is something you really, really need. Because if you can't tell from the video, although it should make it fairly obvious, it's so hard to, when you're playing at least, to pick out the rings and know where they're coming. Usually, if I pick rings up, it's pure luck. That's pretty much all there is to it. And the other problem I have with this boss fight, when you get close to his little orb, which you have to boost into, it shows a little symbol indicating that you can homing attack. But if you homing attack, it does nothing. You launch the other Sonic at him, nothing happens. That is so annoying. And the first time I played this game, I was very confused for a few minutes. I mean, it's not overly complex, but when the game's telling you one thing and it wants you to do the other, you can see how that's confusing, right? But yeah, pretty terrible boss fight. But what do you want? Well, a good boss fight. It's not the worst thing. I would have just preferred a better send-off. Let me refight Perfect Chaos any day. There's also an achievement for going through this fight and not getting hit by any of his attacks, which is surprisingly difficult. And I tried a lot to get that achievement. It gets a lot easier when you find out all the rubble, like the pieces of buildings and stuff, you can hit that fine. That doesn't do anything to negate your achievement, so no need to restart, which I was doing a lot until I found that little handy piece of information out. It's simply his hands and his laser beams and his homing shots, which negate that achievement. So we've only got to land this hit on him, and then we'll be pretty much done with this boss fight. You've got this, Sonic! Oh yeah. I question why you didn't just do this to start with, Sonic, but good job, Sonics. Good job.
Still warm. Time travel.
I'll admit, you weren't half bad, Sonic.
Half bad? Are you kidding? He was all great!
He collects how many? Wow, where does somebody put all those gold rings? You know what? I don't know. I keep forgetting to ask.
It was great teaming up with you. Hope you learned a few tricks that'll help you out in the future. I mean, the past. You know what I mean. Dude, sweet! And you're only gonna get better!
There's our ride!
Hey, Sonic! Enjoy your future! It's gonna be great!
And there we go. The end of Sonic Generations. It has been a fun ride, and my god, Sonic games are just getting better. I mean, they took their time. They sure as hell took their time, but we're finally back on track, in my opinion, to a fun series of games. And I enjoyed Generations a hell of a lot more than I expected I was going to, honestly. And I'm a Sonic fan, so I can put up with a bunch of crap from the series. It took time to get these videos uploaded. It's all on me. I apologize for that, but it's finally done. As I said earlier in the series, there will be a few bonus videos showing off the more entertaining side missions. So be on the lookout for that. I'm not going to promise when that will be around because, well, I'm terrible with deadlines, but it'll be up before the year's done. Let's go with a safe. Let's go with a safe assumption there. Where's that safe? Who knows? Sonic Generations, guys. Enjoy the ending credits. It's got some bitching tunes, and I recommend you stick around because there may be something at the end. If you don't want to watch the credits, I'll just tell you right now. Skip to around 29:40, and you may get a little bonus cutscene, maybe a little bit of trickery on Sega's part there, maybe. Yeah. Good night, guys.
Are you sure you saw a door over here? What? You were the one who said you saw a door over here! Well, I know it was one of us. Shut up and keep looking. What time is it? It's the exact same time as when you asked earlier, and it'll be the exact same time when you ask later. There is no time here! Let me just say that this was a brilliant plan that you came up with. Don't get too self-righteous. It'll be your plan pretty soon. I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it. I heard that! Do we ever win? That depends on your definition of win. Beating Sonic? Oh, well then no. That doesn't give me much hope. Maybe I'll go back and get my teaching degree. That's not a bad idea. I've always enjoyed telling people what to do.